June sat quietly as the small transport ship docked with Harmony Station. His stomach felt tight. After 15 years of fighting fires on Earth, this new job made him nervous. He looked down at his hands. They were strong hands, marked with small scars from years of hard work. These hands had pulled people from burning buildings, had held fire hoses that shot water with enough force to knock a man down, and had carried children to safety through smoke and flame. Now these hands were taking him far from Earth, to work with aliens who had never seen a human firefighter before. The ship made a soft bump as it connected to the station. June picked up his bag, which held everything he owned. It wasn't much. Some clothes, pictures of his family back in Seoul, and a small red toy fire truck his daughter had given him for luck. "Harmony Station welcomes human specialist June Park," said a flat computer voice. "Please proceed to entry gate 7 for processing." June walked through the ship's exit door and into a large, bright room. The walls were white and curved. The ceiling was much higher than he expected, and everywhere he looked there were aliens. Some had blue skin, others had 4 arms. A few floated instead of walked. They all stopped to look at him as he entered. June had seen aliens in videos before, but meeting them in person was different. He stood straighter and tried to look calm. A tall alien with purple skin and 4 arms walked toward him. She wore a uniform with many badges. "I am Security Chief Sung," she said. Her voice sounded strange, like it was coming through a translator. "I will be your supervisor during your stay on Harmony Station." June bowed slightly. "Thank you for meeting me. I look forward to working with you." Chief Sung looked at him with large yellow eyes. "Your journey was acceptable?" "Yes, very smooth," June said. "Good. We will complete your arrival process, then I will show you to your quarters. Tomorrow you will meet your team and begin your duties." As they walked through the station, June saw that it was much bigger than he had imagined. Thousands of aliens from 17 different species lived and worked here. The hallways were wide to allow for different body types. Some doors were very tall, while others were small. "Our station orbits a neutron star," Chief Sung explained as they walked. "We are a trading hub and research center for the Galactic Federation. Earth joined 3 years ago." "Why did you need a human firefighter?" June asked. "Your technology must be very advanced." Chief Sung stopped walking and turned all 4 of her arms in a gesture that June couldn't understand. "We have excellent fire prevention systems," she said. "But when those systems fail, we have a difficulty." "What kind of difficulty?" Chief Sung seemed uncomfortable. "It is hard to explain. You will understand soon enough. Here is your room." The door slid open to reveal a small but comfortable space. It had a bed, a desk, and a window that looked out into space. June could see stars and part of the neutron star the station orbited. It glowed with a strange blue light. "Rest now," Chief Sung said. "Tomorrow we'll be busy." After she left, June unpacked his few belongings. He placed the picture of his family on the desk and the toy fire truck next to it. Then he stood by the window and looked at the stars. "What am I doing here?" he whispered to himself. The next morning, June put on his new uniform. It was similar to his old firefighter uniform on Earth, but made of a lighter material. There was a patch on the shoulder with Earth's flag next to the Galactic Federation symbol. Chief Sung met him outside his room. "Your team is waiting to meet you," she said. They walked to a large room marked Emergency Response Center. Inside, 3 aliens stood near a table covered with equipment. They looked up when June entered. "This is Tae, our station engineer," Chief Sung said, pointing to a short, stocky alien with rough, rock-like skin. Tae had 2 arms but 3 legs in a triangle pattern. "Tae will help you understand our station systems." Tae made a grinding noise that June's translator converted to, "Welcome, human June." "This is Han, our medical officer." Han was tall and thin with blue skin that seemed to shimmer. Han had 2 arms and 2 legs like a human, but a long neck, and large eyes that blinked sideways. "I have studied human biology," Han said. "Your species is very interesting. You contain much water." Thank you," June said, not sure how to respond. "And this is Jin, our safety coordinator." Jin looked almost like a floating jellyfish, with no clear head or limbs. Parts of Jin glowed with soft light. Jin's species communicates through light. Patterns, Chief Sung explained. The translator will convert for you. A series of light flashes came from Jin, and the translator said, "Human firefighter, welcome. Questions many have we." "Thank you all," June said. "I look forward to working with you." Chief Sung gestured to the table. "We have adapted Earth firefighting equipment to work with our station. Please examine and tell us if changes are needed." June looked at the equipment. There were oxygen masks designed for human faces, fire-resistant suits, and tools similar to those he had used on Earth. He picked up something that looked like a fire extinguisher. "This is good," he said. "But I would need to test it to be sure." "That can be arranged," Chief Sung said. "But first we must discuss your role here." They all sat around a large table. June noticed that the aliens seemed nervous. "Your psychological profile shows unusual traits," Chief Sung began. "You have willingly entered burning buildings over 300 times. Is this accurate?" "Yes," June said. "That's my job." The aliens looked at each other. "Even when fire was large? Even when building might collapse?" Tae asked. "Yes," June said. "That's what firefighters do. We go into dangerous places to save others and stop the fire." "Fascinating," Han said. "And your species does not have special protection against fire? Your skin burns like ours?" "We burn just like anyone else," June said. "That's why we wear protective gear." "But even with gear, you feel fear, yes?" Chief Sung asked. June thought about this. "Of course we feel fear. Fire is dangerous, but we train to work through the fear." The aliens seemed confused by this. Jin flashed some lights and the translator said, "Not possible seems this." Chief Sung looked at June very seriously. "Human June, I must explain something important. All 17 species on this station evolved on worlds where fire was rare or easily avoided. Our brains are wired to fear fire at a deep level. When we see fire, especially large fire, our bodies freeze or run. We cannot control this response." June began to understand. "That's why you needed a human." "Yes," Chief Sung said. "Humans evolved with fire. You learned to use it early in your development. Your species can override your fear in ways we cannot." "Your job is not just to fight fires," Tae said. "Your job is to do what we cannot." June felt the weight of his responsibility. These advanced aliens with all their technology had a blind spot, and he was here to fill it. "I understand," he said. "On Earth, I was just one firefighter among many. Here, I'm the only one who can do this job." "Exactly," Chief Sung said. "Now let us show you the station's fire prevention systems. They are excellent, but they do fail sometimes. And when they do..." "I'll be ready," June promised. As they left the room to begin the tour, June noticed how the aliens looked at him, with a mixture of curiosity, respect, and something else. Was it fear? Or perhaps wonder? He wasn't sure. What he did know was that he was no longer just June Park from Seoul. He was now humanity's firefighter, the only being on this massive station who could walk into the flames when everyone else ran away. For the first time since leaving Earth, June felt sure of his purpose. He might be far from home, but a firefighter's job was the same everywhere. Protect life and fight the fire, and that was something he knew how to do very well. 2 weeks passed quickly. June spent his days learning about the station. He studied maps of all 17 levels. He learned how the air systems worked. He practiced using the new fire equipment. Every day, he walked different paths through the station to remember all the routes. His team helped him learn, but they also watched him with curious eyes. They asked many questions about Earth and about fighting fires. June tried to explain, but some things were hard for the aliens to understand. "You mean you run toward danger when others run away?" Tae asked during a training session. "Yes," June said. "That's the job." "But how do you make your body do this?" Han asked. "Our bodies will not obey such commands." June thought about this. "We train. We practice. We start with small fires and work up to bigger ones, and we know our equipment will protect us. The aliens nodded, but June could tell they didn't really understand. One morning, June was eating breakfast in the station's main dining area. The food was strange, purple fruits and blue bread, but it tasted good. A female alien with golden skin sat down across from him. She was smaller than most of the other aliens June had met. "You are the human firefighter," she said. "I am Min. I work in the science labs on level 7. "Nice to meet you," June said. "I haven't met many people from the science section yet." "We are curious about you," Min said. "Word has spread about the human who can face fire. Some don't believe it's possible." June smiled. "I hope they never have to find out if it's true." "Yes, that would be best," Min agreed. "But fires do happen here, even with our safety systems. The last one was 6 months ago in the lower engineering deck. 3 workers were trapped. No one could reach them." "What happened?" June asked. Min's golden skin darkened slightly. "They died. The fire blocked all access points our rescue teams could not approach. Their fear response was too strong." June felt a chill. "I'm sorry to hear that. That is why you are here now," Min said, "to prevent such tragedy from happening again." As they talked, June learned that Min studied alien cultures. She found humans fascinating. "Your species tamed fire early in your development," she said. "You learned to cook food, to stay warm, to make tools. Fire helped humans survive." "That's true," June said. "But fire is still dangerous. We respect it." "Respect, yes," Min said. "But not paralyzing fear. That is the difference." After breakfast, June continued his training with Chief Sung. They were in a simulation room practicing emergency protocols when a loud alarm started blaring. "What's that?" June asked, feeling his heart rate increase. Chief Sung's yellow eyes widened. "Fire alert, level 7, section C." She touched a communicator on her uniform. "Report," a panicked voice responded. "Chemical fire in Lab 12, the suppression. System failed. 3 researchers inside." June's training kicked in immediately. "That's Min's section. We need to go now." He grabbed his emergency pack, which he'd taken to carrying everywhere. Inside was a compact oxygen mask and heat-resistant gloves. Chief Sung was already moving toward the door. "Tae and Han will meet us there with the full equipment," she said. They ran through the station. Other aliens moved aside as they passed. Some looked frightened by the alarms. When they reached level 7, they found chaos. Aliens were running away. From section C, thick black smoke poured from an open doorway. June could hear the crackle of flames inside. Tae and Han arrived moments later with the firefighting gear. June quickly put on the full suit and checked the oxygen tank. "Where exactly is Lab 12?" he asked. "Third door on the right," Tae said, pointing toward the smoke-filled corridor. "But you cannot go in there. The temperature readings are extreme." "Are there people inside?" June asked. "Yes," Han said. 3 life signs detected. 1 is Min." June felt his stomach tighten. He had just met Min hours ago. "I'm going in. We will try to follow," Chief Sung said, but June could see her body trembling. Her forearms were pulled in close to her body, a defensive posture. "Stay here," June said. "Guide others to safety and keep the area clear. I'll get them out." He put on his helmet and activated the oxygen flow. Then he turned and walked toward the smoke. Behind him he heard Tae's voice. "He's actually going in." June entered the smoke-filled corridor. The visibility was poor, but his helmet had thermal imaging that helped him see. The heat pressed against his suit. It was hot, but not the worst fire he had faced. He found Lab 12 and tried the door. It was unlocked. Inside, flames covered one wall where chemicals had spilled. The fire had spread to nearby tables and equipment. The room was filling with toxic smoke. June saw 3 figures huddled in the far corner. One was Min, her golden skin now gray with smoke. The other 2 were larger aliens with scaled skin. "I'm here to help," June called out, moving toward them. Min looked up, her eyes wide with surprise. "You came into the fire. Yes, June said, reaching them. Now we need to get out. Can you walk? One of the scaled aliens was injured, with a burn on one arm. The other seemed frozen with fear, staring at the flames. Help me, June said to Min. Take my hand. Min was shaking, but she reached out and gripped June's gloved hand. Together they helped the injured alien stand. The third alien wouldn't move. We have to go now, June said firmly. The fire is spreading. Something in his voice reached through the alien's fear. It blinked and then nodded. June led them toward the door, keeping his body between them and the worst of the flames. The heat was intense. Sweat poured down his face inside his helmet. The injured alien stumbled, and June caught it before it fell. Almost there, he encouraged. Keep moving. They reached the corridor, which was now filled with thick smoke. June kept them close as they moved toward the exit. His training helped him stay oriented even when he could barely see. After what felt like a long time but was probably only minutes, they reached the main area where Chief Sung and the others waited. Medical teams rushed forward to help the injured aliens. June removed his helmet and took deep breaths of clean air. Chief Sung approached him, her yellow eyes wide. You went into the fire and came back out, with all 3 researchers. The fire is still burning, June said. We need to extinguish it before it spreads. Tay stepped forward. The station's automated systems are trying to contain it, but they're not designed for chemical fires. Then I need to go back in, June said. I need foam extinguishers for chemical fires, not water. The aliens looked at him in amazement. You would go back, Han asked. But you just escaped. That's my job, June said simply. I put out fires. While Han treated Min and the other rescued aliens, Tay brought the equipment June needed. Chief Sung organized a perimeter to keep others away from the danger zone. June put his helmet back on and picked up the chemical fire extinguisher. It was similar to ones he had used on Earth. He took a deep breath and headed back toward the fire. This time he focused on fighting the flames. He worked methodically, targeting the base of the fire, moving from one area to the next. The chemical foam smothered the flames, cutting off their oxygen. Gradually, the fire retreated. 20 minutes later, June emerged from Lab 12 for the second time. His suit was blackened with smoke and chemicals. He was exhausted, but the fire was out. A crowd had gathered. As June walked out, the aliens fell silent. Then, one by one, they began to make sounds. Clicks, hums, and whistles that June's translator converted to words of amazement and respect. Min approached him, still wrapped in a medical blanket. You saved us, she said. You walked into the fire when no one else could. June removed his helmet. His face was streaked with sweat. Anyone from Earth would have done the same. No, Chief Sung said, joining them. What you did today, no one on this station has seen anything like it. Word will spread quickly. The human who fights fire is no longer just a curiosity. You have proven your value today. As June looked around at the gathered aliens, he realized something had changed. The way they looked at him was different now. There was still wonder in their eyes, but also something new. It was trust. They had seen what he could do. They knew that if fire threatened them again, June would be there, walking into the flames when everyone else ran away. A month passed since the fire in Min's lab. Life on Harmony Station changed for June. Wherever he went, aliens stopped to look at him. Some even bowed their heads in respect. The story of how he walked into the fire to save Min and her team had spread through all 17 levels of the station. June was not used to so much attention. On Earth, he was just one firefighter among many. Here he was special, different, the only one of his kind. You are now a legend, Min told him one day as they shared a meal in the dining area. After the fire, she had become June's friend. She helped him understand alien customs and station life. I'm not a legend, June said. I just did my job. That is why aliens respect you, Min said. What is normal for humans is amazing to us. Chief Sung had given June a new task. He now taught basic emergency training to station workers. Every day he showed aliens how to use simple fire extinguishers, how to help others during emergencies, and how to stay calm when danger came. But teaching was hard. The aliens understood his words, but their bodies would not follow. When June lit even a small flame for training, many aliens stepped back. Some couldn't even look at the fire. "I don't understand," June said to Tay after a difficult class. "They want to learn, but they freeze up." "Our fear is not like human fear," Tay explained. His rock-like skin made grinding sounds when he moved. "It takes control of our bodies. We cannot fight it." "But Min was able to help during the lab fire," June said. "She was scared, but she helped me rescue the others." "Min is unusual," Tay said. "Maybe working with you is changing her, little by little." The next day, June decided to try something new in his training class. He asked Min to help him. "Today we will practice using a fire extinguisher," June told the class of 20 aliens from different species. "But first, Min will share her experience from the lab fire." Min stepped forward. She was small compared to most aliens in the room, but they all listened carefully to her words. "I was trapped by the fire," she said. "I thought I would die. Then human June came through the flames to save us. I was still afraid, but seeing his calm face gave me courage. He asked for my help and somehow I was able to move, to act despite my fear." The aliens murmured among themselves. One tall, thin alien with smooth gray skin raised a long arm. "How did you do this?" it asked. "How did you fight your natural instincts?" Min thought for a moment. "I focused on June, on his actions. I told myself, if the human can do this, maybe I can try. I didn't overcome my fear, I just worked around it." June smiled. This was exactly what he wanted the class to hear. That's how humans face fire too. We feel fear, but we focus on what needs to be done. He lit a small fire in a metal container. It was just a tiny flame, but several aliens moved back. "Min, will you show them how to use the extinguisher?" June asked. Min nodded. Her golden skin had darkened slightly, a sign of stress, but she stepped forward. Her hand shook as she picked up the extinguisher. June showed her how to hold it. "Remember what you did in the lab," he said quietly. "Focus on the task, not the fear." Min took a deep breath. Then she pointed the extinguisher at the flame and pressed the handle. White foam shot out and covered the fire. The flame died instantly. The class was silent. Then they broke into sounds of amazement. Min stood holding the extinguisher, her skin returning to its normal golden color. "I did it," she said, sounding surprised. "Yes, you did," June said. "Who wants to try next?" To his surprise, 3 aliens raised their limbs. It was a small step, but an important one. After class, Chief Sung called June to her office. Her forearms were busy organizing data on multiple screens. "Your training methods are showing results," she said. "The station manager is pleased." "It's slow progress," June said. "But Min proved that aliens can learn to work through their fear, at least with small fires." "Yes, Min is becoming something of a celebrity herself," Chief Sung said. "The alien who faced fire. Not as directly as you, but still impressive to our people." She turned away from her screens to look at June with all 4 of her yellow eyes. "There is another matter to discuss," she said. "We have received a request from other stations in the Galactic Federation. They want to send their safety teams here to learn from you." June was surprised. "From other stations? How many?" 5 stations have asked already. More will likely follow." Chief Sung made a gesture with her upper arms that June had learned meant pride. "Harmony Station will become a training center for emergency response. You will be the lead instructor." The idea made June feel both proud and overwhelmed. "That's a big responsibility." "Yes, but an important one. Before you came, fire was our greatest weakness. Now, we have hope of change." The next week, visitors began to arrive from other stations. They came in small groups, safety officers, engineers, and medical teams. All came to learn from the human firefighter. June worked with Min to create a training program. They started with simple exercises. how to stay calm near a small flame, how to use basic safety equipment, how to help others during an emergency. Most visitors struggled just as the Harmony Station crew had. But a few showed promise. One engineer from a Waterworld station managed to approach a small fire on her third try. A security officer with scale-covered skin forced himself to hold a flame tool, though his scales rattled with fear the entire time. "It's working," Min said to June one evening as they reviewed the day's training results. "Slowly, but it's working." June nodded. "Fear can be managed. Not easily, but it's possible." "Humans are teaching us something important," Min said. "Something beyond firefighting." "What's that?" June asked. "That limitations can be overcome. That we don't have to be controlled by our instincts." Min's golden skin glowed slightly, a sign of positive emotion. "It's a powerful idea." As the training program grew, so did June's reputation. Stories spread through the Galactic Federation about the human who walked into fire. Some stories became bigger than the truth, claiming June could stand in flames without protection or that he felt no fear at all. "The stories are getting out of hand," June told Chief Sung after hearing some particularly exaggerated tales. "I'm not fireproof. I'm just a normal human doing my job." "To us, there is nothing normal about what you do," Chief Sung said. "Let them tell their stories. They give others courage." One day, as June was demonstrating safety equipment to a new group of visitors, an alarm sounded. Not the fire alarm this time, but a different warning tone. Chief Sung's voice came over the station speakers. "Attention all personnel. We have received a distress call from Mining Outpost 47. They have experienced a major power system failure, resulting in multiple fires. They request emergency assistance." She paused, then added, "Human Specialist June and Emergency Team Alpha, report to Shuttle Bay 3 immediately." June looked at his class. "Training is over for today. Duty calls. As you are." He hurried toward the shuttle bay. Min joined him in the corridor. "I'm coming too," she said. "I've been assigned to your team as a science advisor." June was surprised. "Are you sure? This could be dangerous." "No, I'm not sure," Min said honestly. "I'm afraid. But I've learned from you that important work is often scary." June nodded with respect. "Welcome to the team, then." Together they headed for the shuttle bay, where a new challenge awaited, one that would test everything June had taught and everything Min had learned. The shuttle flew quickly through space. June sat with his team, Min, Tai, Han, and 2 security officers named Day and Quan. They wore their emergency gear and checked their equipment while Chief Sung explained the situation. "Mining Outpost 47 is small but important," she said, showing a map on the screen. 53 workers mine special metals there. Yesterday, their main power system exploded. Backup systems failed. Now fires burn in many areas. "How many people are in danger?" June asked. 28 workers are trapped in the living quarters section, Chief Sung said. The rest made it to escape pods or safe areas. The station manager says the fires are spreading. They have no trained firefighters. "What about their fire suppression systems?" Tay asked. "All failed when the main power died," Chief Sung said. "They have only basic extinguishers now." June studied the outpost map. It was smaller than Harmony Station but had a complex layout with narrow tunnels and many small rooms. "This will be difficult," he said. "The spaces are tight. The air will be bad." "That is why they called for you specifically," Chief Sung said. "Your name has spread through the Federation. They asked for the human who walks through fire." June felt the weight of responsibility. People were counting on him. Not just his team, but 28 trapped miners. "We'll save them," he said with determination. Min looked nervous, but nodded. "What's our plan?" June pointed to different areas on the map. "We need to create a safe path from here to here. The trapped workers are in this section. We clear the way, then lead them out. The fires will be strong after burning so long," Tay warned. "That's why I'm going in first," June said. "The rest of you will follow at a safe distance. Min and Han will help the injured. Tay will work on restoring power if possible." Day and Quan will help guide people out. They all nodded, though June could see fear in their eyes. Even after all their training, this was far more dangerous than any drill. Remember your training, June said. Focus on the task, not on the fear. The shuttle arrived at Mining Outpost 47. Through the window, June could see that parts of the station were dark. Other sections had flashing emergency lights. The shuttle docked at an airlock on the upper level. The outpost manager met them. He was a tall alien with gray skin that looked like stone. His 4 eyes blinked rapidly, a sign of extreme stress. "Thank you for coming," he said. "The situation is worse. The fires have reached level 3. The trapped workers are on level 4. Soon the fire will be between us and them. Show me the best route to reach them," June said. The manager pointed to a service tunnel. "This path is shortest, but 3 fires burn along the way." "I'll go now," June said. He turned to his team. "Stay in communication. Follow when I clear each section." June put on his helmet and oxygen mask. He carried 2 large fire extinguishers and extra breathing masks for the trapped workers. The equipment was heavy, but June was strong after years of training. "Be careful," Min said quietly. "I will," June promised. Then he opened the door to the service tunnel and stepped inside. The tunnel was narrow and dark. Emergency lights glowed red every few meters. June moved forward carefully. He could feel heat ahead. The first fire was close. He turned a corner and saw flames blocking the tunnel. The fire had started in a power panel and spread to the walls. The heat was intense. June raised his extinguisher and began to fight the fire. The work was hard. The flames fought back, trying to find new fuel. Sweat ran down June's face inside his helmet, but he worked steadily, spraying foam in a careful pattern to push the fire back. Finally, the way was clear. "First section clear," he reported through his communicator. "Follow now, but move quickly. It could restart." June continued forward. The second fire was larger, filling a junction where 3 tunnels met. This one took longer to control. By the time he finished, his first extinguisher was empty. He dropped it and continued with his second one. Min's voice came through the communicator. "We're past the first section. The team is following your path." "Good," June said. "I'm working on the 3rd fire now." The 3rd fire was the worst. It filled a large storage room that June had to pass through. Boxes of supplies burned hot. The ceiling dripped melted metal. The heat was so strong that June's suit sensors gave warnings. He fought the fire meter by meter, creating a narrow path through the room. His second extinguisher emptied. Now he had only a small backup spray. The air in his oxygen tank was getting low, but he could see the exit door. Beyond it was level 4, where the workers waited. June forced himself forward through the heat. He reached the door and tried the handle. It was locked. "I need the door code for storage room 7, he called into his communicator. The manager's voice came back, breaking with static. 52981. June punched in the numbers. The door beeped but didn't open. He tried again. Nothing. Power's too low, he realized. He would have to open it manually. There was an emergency handle beside the door. June grabbed it and pulled with all his strength. The handle moved slowly. He pulled harder. Suddenly the door popped open with a hiss. Cool air rushed in. June stepped through into a dark corridor. He had made it to level 4. "I'm through," he reported. "Where are the workers?" "Life signs show they're in the main dining hall," Han's voice replied. 50 meters to your right." June moved quickly through the dark corridor. He found the dining hall and pushed open the door. Inside, 28 scared aliens huddled in the dark. They looked up as June entered, their eyes reflecting the light from his helmet. "I'm June from Harmony Station," he said. "I'm here to get you out." A wave of relief swept through the room. One alien stepped forward, the shift supervisor. "The fire cut us off," she said. "We've been trapped for 18 hours. 2 are injured. We thought no one would reach us. Help is here now," June said. He handed out the spare breathing masks to the injured workers. "My team is creating a safe path out. We need to move quickly." He helped the injured aliens stand. The others gathered their few belongings. "How did you get through the fires?" the supervisor asked. I'm a firefighter, June said simply. This is my job. He led the group back to the storage room. The path he had cleared was still passable, though flames licked at the edges. The aliens hesitated at the doorway. We can't go through there, one said, fear in his voice. You can, June said firmly. I cleared a path. My team is coming from the other side. We just need to meet them halfway. Min's voice came through his communicator. June, we're at the second junction. Tay is hurt. A ceiling panel fell on him. We need help. June looked at the trapped workers, then back at the fire. He made a quick decision. Follow me, he told the miners. Stay close together. Don't look at the flames. Look at the person in front of you. We'll move fast. He took the hand of the first miner. Hold on to each other, don't let go. One by one, the miners joined hands, forming a chain. June led them into the burning storage room. The heat was terrible, but the path was still clear enough. He heard gasps of fear behind him, but the chain held together. They passed through the storage room and into the tunnel beyond. Ahead, June could see Min and the others. Tai was on the ground, Han treating his injured leg. We made it, June called. We're coming through. As the groups met, cheers broke out. The miners were safe. Han quickly checked the injured ones. Dai and Quan helped Tay stand. You did it, Min said to June, her golden skin glowing with relief. You saved them all. We did it, June corrected her. The whole team. Together they led the rescued miners back through the tunnels to the shuttle. The outpost manager waited there, hardly believing all his workers were safe. The human walked through fire, he kept saying, just like the stories. As they prepared to return to Harmony Station, June removed his helmet. His face was streaked with sweat and soot. He was tired but satisfied. This was why he had become a firefighter, to save lives when danger threatened. Chief Sung approached him. Well done, human June. This rescue will be remembered throughout the Federation. June smiled tiredly. I'm just glad everyone is safe. But as he looked at his team, at Min, who had overcome her fear, at Tay, who had been injured but still completed his duty, at Han, who had cared for the wounded, June realized something important. He was no longer just a human among aliens. He was part of something bigger. He was teaching the galaxy that fear could be faced, that danger could be overcome, that sometimes you had to walk into the fire to save what mattered most. 3 months passed since the rescue at Mining Outpost 47. The story of June and his team had spread throughout the Galactic Federation. New aliens arrived at Harmony Station every week to train with the human who walks through fire. June's training program had grown. He now had 4 classes each day with different groups. Min helped him teach. She had become his assistant and translator. Together, they showed aliens how to face their fears and act during emergencies. Today we will practice moving near a controlled flame, June told his morning class. 20 aliens watched him with nervous eyes. Remember, the goal is not to stop being afraid. The goal is to act despite your fear. Min lit a small fire in a metal container. Who wants to try first, she asked. A young alien with blue skin raised a trembling hand. I will try. June smiled encouragingly. Good. Come forward slowly. When you feel the fear rise, don't fight it. Just acknowledge it and keep moving. The blue alien took small steps toward the fire. Its body shook, but it kept moving. When it stood just 1 meter from the flame, it stopped. I can't go closer, it said, voice shaking. That's fine, June said. You did well. Much better than last week. The alien stepped back, and others took turns. Some could approach closer than others. A few could even hold a small flame tool for a few seconds. It was slow progress, but it was real. After class, Chief Sung called June and Min to her office. Her 4 arms moved busily over control panels as they entered. The Federation Council has sent a message, she said. They are impressed with our training program. They want to create a galactic fire response team with members from all species. They want you to lead it, June. June was surprised. Me? Lead a galactic team? Yes. Your work is changing how our people think about fear and danger. Chief Sung said. "The council believes this is important." Min's golden skin glowed with excitement. "This is a great honor, June." June thought about it. The idea was big, teaching aliens across the galaxy to overcome their instinctual fears. It would be challenging but important work. "I would be proud to lead this team," he said. "Excellent," Chief Sung said. "The council representatives will arrive next week to discuss details." As June and Min left the office, an alarm suddenly blared through the station. It was not the normal fire alarm, but a higher, more urgent sound. "What's that?" June asked, feeling his heart rate increase. Min's skin darkened with fear. "That's the critical system failure alarm. I've never heard it before." Station speakers activated with Chief Sung's voice. "Attention all personnel. We have a level 1 emergency in the main reactor section. All non-essential personnel must evacuate to upper levels immediately. This is not a drill." June's communicator beeped. Chief Sung was calling him directly. "June, come to the command center now. Bring Min." They ran through corridors already filling with scared aliens moving toward evacuation points. When they reached the command center, they found Chief Sung and the station's top engineers looking at screens showing the reactor section. "What happened?" June asked. "A coolant line ruptured in the main reactor," Chief Sung said. "Pressure is building. If it's not fixed, the reactor could explode." "Can't you shut it down?" Min asked. The head engineer, a tall alien with metallic skin, shook his head. "The automated systems tried to shut down, but the damage caused a feedback loop. It's getting worse. We have less than 1 hour before critical failure." "Can it be fixed manually?" June asked. "Yes," the engineer said. "Someone must go to control room 3, inside the reactor section. They need to override the system and activate the emergency cooling pumps, but what?" June asked. "The reactor section is on fire," Chief Sung said. "The coolant that leaked is flammable. The whole area is burning. The temperature is over 500 degrees, and radiation levels are rising." June understood immediately. "No, alien can get through the fire." "No," Chief Sung agreed. "But perhaps a human can." Everyone looked at June. He felt the weight of their stares. "The special protective suit might help," the engineer said. "It could handle the heat for maybe 10 minutes. But the radiation—" "What happens if the reactor explodes?" June asked. "Harmony Station will be destroyed," Chief Sung said. "All 17 levels, all 5,000 people on board." June thought of all the aliens he had met. His team, his students, Min. They would all die if he didn't try. "I'll go," he said. Min stepped forward. "June, the radiation could kill you, even if you make it through the fire." "We don't know that for sure," June said. "And I have to try, that's my job." The engineer brought the special suit. It was thicker than June's normal gear, with extra layers to block heat and radiation. As June put it on, Min helped check each seal and connection. "The control panel is on the north wall of control room 3, the engineer explained. "You need to enter this code, then pull the red lever down. That will activate the emergency cooling." "Got it," June said, memorizing the code. "You'll have 10 minutes at most before the suit begins to fail," Chief Sung warned. "After that, I'll be quick," June promised. Min touched his arm. "Come back safely." June nodded, then put on the helmet. He took the special access card that would open the reactor section doors and headed down. The route to the reactor was empty. All personnel had evacuated. As June got closer, he could feel the heat even through his suit. Warning signs flashed. On walls. "Danger. Extreme radiation. Do not enter." June swiped the access card at the final door. It opened, revealing a scene from a nightmare. The entire reactor section was engulfed in flames. The coolant had spread across the floor and ignited. Fire climbed the walls and danced across the ceiling. Through the flames, June could see control, room 3 on the far side. He took a deep breath and stepped into the fire. The heat was incredible, more intense than anything he had felt before. His suit's temperature warning immediately began to beep. June ignored it and pushed forward. Step by step he moved through the burning room. The floor was slippery with burning coolant. Twice he almost fell. The radiation warning also beeped. Steadily, showing dangerous levels, June kept moving. His training helped him stay focused on the goal. Reach the control room, enter the code, pull the lever. Nothing else mattered. After what felt like hours, but was probably only minutes, June reached control room 3. The door was hot to the touch. He pushed it open and stepped inside. The control room was filled with smoke but had less fire. June moved to the north wall and found the panel. His gloved fingers carefully entered the code. The panel lit up green. He grabbed the red lever and pulled it down with all his strength. For a moment, nothing happened. Then June heard a deep rumbling sound. New pipes opened in the ceiling, spraying special foam that smothered the flames. The reactor's angry red glow began to fade to a safer orange. "It's working," June said into his communicator. "The cooling system is responding." "Get out now," Chief Sung's voice ordered. "Your radiation exposure is reaching critical levels." June turned to leave, but as he did, a burning ceiling panel crashed down, hitting his leg. He fell, pain shooting through his body. His suit was damaged, letting in the intense heat. With great effort, June pushed the panel off and stood. His leg hurt badly, but he could walk. Slowly, he limped back through the reactor section, which was now less engulfed in flames but still dangerously hot. By the time he reached the exit, June's vision was blurry. His suit warnings were all flashing red. He stumbled through the door and collapsed in the corridor beyond. When he woke up, June was in the medical center. Han stood over him, checking monitors. Min sat beside the bed, her golden skin dim with worry. "Welcome back," Han said. "You've been unconscious for 2 days. The station?" June asked, his voice weak. "Safe," Min said. "You stopped the reactor meltdown. Everyone survived." "My leg?" "Burned, but healing," Han said. "The radiation exposure was serious, but we have good treatments. You will recover, though. It will take time." June closed his eyes in relief. Despite the pain, he felt at peace. He had done his job. He had protected the station. 2 weeks later, June attended a ceremony in the main assembly hall. He still needed support to walk, but he insisted on standing as the Federation Council representatives presented him with their highest honor. "Human June Park has shown courage beyond measure," the council leader said. "He has also shown us something, more important, that fear can be mastered, that limitations can be overcome." The council leader turned to where a group of aliens stood in special uniforms, the first members of the new Galactic Fire Response Team. Min stood among them, wearing the Assistant Commander insignia. Inspired by Human June, these brave individuals have begun to overcome instincts that have limited our species for millennia, the council leader continued. They have learned what humans have always known, that true courage is not the absence of fear, but action in the face of fear. After the ceremony, Min helped June back to his quarters. They stopped by the large window that looked out at the stars. "What you started will continue," Min said. "The training program, the response team, it will all grow." "I didn't do it alone," June said. "You took the first steps. You showed others it was possible." Min's skin glowed warmly. "Humans taught us something we needed to learn. That fear doesn't have to control us, that we can choose our actions, even when we're afraid." June looked out at the Endel.